This yesterday was a crazy night, man. Welcome back, cinephiles and critics. Yesterday was a crazy night. At my screening of Captain America 4 Brave New World, Anthony Mackie showed up to my screening. That experience was shocking, honestly, because I'm sitting there to my friends. I'm like, yo, why the trailer stopped? Why the lights on and stuff? It was really crazy. Then I look down, I see security coming out. Then I see Anthony Mackie giving out roses and flowers and a speech. I'm like, that made my night. That made my year. That made my past 5 years as a cinephile. It made it worth it. I'm trying to be fair as possible, but I would be lying to you if I said that's not going to affect my experience, because that's a moment that's once in a lifetime, in my opinion. And unfortunately, I was there, and that was amazing for me. On face value, on paper, this film isn't bad as people made it out to be. I think it's way overly hated. I think a lot of reviews I'm seeing is a lot of nitpicks, which is fine. It's their opinion. It's subjective. But I went into this film open with wanting to like it, not hatred or hate watch. I was open to accept Sam as new Captain America. I was open to see what this film offered, and for the most part, I really enjoyed it. And at this film core, the main thing this film is trying to do is trying to cement Sam as the new Captain America, and along the way, he faces challenges such as villains, such as we see in promo arts, Red Hulk, and other obstacles along the way, and even occasionally doubt, like self-doubt. Like at some point, he's fighting himself. I think that's really poetic, and that's really compelling, honestly. And yes, I admit there are a few negatives. There's a couple scenes with Sidewinder, and I think a part of the reshoot process, this is one of them, or it's just poorly done. I could tell Anthony Mackie Sam was on the green screen. It looked very, very, not the worst thing ever, but it was bad. It was bad. Some of the dialogue shared between him and other people in the film, they were shaky. The storyline with the leader, it was weak. It wasn't the worst thing ever. It just wasn't the best thing ever, or a huge pro of the film, if that makes sense. And personally, other than that, I enjoyed everything else for the most part. The standout performances for me is obviously Sam Wilson as Captain America, Anthony Mackie, and surprisingly, I think one of my favorite ones that really blew me away is Harrison Ford as Thunderbolt Ross. As you all know, Harrison Ford is replacing the previous actor that sadly passed away, and in my opinion, he transforms into Ross in a compelling way, offering a arc, and that was very effective. I felt the emotions between him and other people. I felt the emotions, the themes, and I felt his inner conflict. And I think that was portrayed the best by Harrison Ford, was showing his inner conflict throughout the movie. That to me was done really, really well. And the most commonly known one that I have read and seen and heard is the inclusion of Red Hulk. I think the promo, the trailers, the marketing overused him, in my opinion, because as I watched the movie, sadly, I wish it wasn't the case, as they kept teasing Red Hulk, I'm like, I was waiting to get to it. I was just waiting to, okay, show me, let me see Red Hulk. And once we got to Red Hulk, admittedly, the scene wasn't long, but it was fucking amazing. That scene, that whole sequence, that maybe 8-minute sequence of him versus Sam one-on-one, fucking amazing. And this is a Captain America movie, so I wasn't expecting a lot of Hulk, but I don't blame anyone who was expecting a lot more Red Hulk because of the promos and marketing and trailers. Him on posters, he's everywhere. He's a popcorn bucket. He's everywhere. and I think I can't fault anyone for knocking down the film as a result of that, in my opinion. Like that's a fair criticism to not enjoy it as much as you want to. I think that's a fair critique of not liking the film as much because of not much Red Hulk. If you're on the fence about this film, please go form your own opinion. I think that's the best way to go about art in general. If it's film, TV, or music, everything across the board, form your own opinion. If you happen to like it, great. If you happen to don't like it, great. Just form your own opinion for yourself. Leave your expectations out the door. Go in wanting a good movie or wanting to like it more than other movies, totally fine. But don't go in dreading or hate watching it. That's to me that's kind of miserable and pathetic, because at the end of the day, you're going to the movie for an experience, and don't tether your experience wanting a movie to be bad. I think that's very contradicting. That wraps up the spoiler-free section. I'm about to get into spoilers now in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There's really one scene I'll talk about, like from the action sequences standpoint, all the aerial stuff, and the way Sam used his shield and in combination with his wings and jet thrusters and Red Wing, it was so fucking amazing. It was so great. It was so fucking amazing. I'm like, this is what I want. The main thing I wanted from this film was the big contrast between Sam and Steve as Captain America, basically. And when it came to action sequences and choreography, I felt that. Because we know Sam don't have the serum, so he have to do different things in combat to make him more viable. And the things he does with his technology, his gadgets, his suit, fucking amazing. And the one scene I want to touch on is the Bucky scene. Whenever Bucky comes up behind him at the hospital, he sees Sam, and Sam's doubted himself as Captain America. I'm paraphrasing a little bit. He's questioning, why Steve gave him the shield. Was I really the right person? And Bucky just tells him, you are the right person. And Steve knew that. That's why Steve gave you the shield. Steve didn't give you the shield because you're the strongest. He gave you the shield because you were the best person to give it to. And that should hit me emotionally, because I love Steve. Like, I'm a huge Steve Rogers fan. Guys, I'm a huge Steve Rogers fan. I love this man on my fucking life. I genuinely love what Chris Evans done with him. I love what the Russo brothers done to him. I love Steve Rogers. So, I admit, it's hard for me. And pretty sure people like me, that Steve lovers, to accept a new face of Captain America. And just seeing him and Bucky talk about that, and just knowing Steve chose him because Steve believed in him, and I respect it. And I love the way Sam go about being Captain America in his own way, crafting his own identity. Steve and Sam share similar themes and beliefs, but the mantle of Captain America itself, huge contrast. And I love that about this film. I love that about Sam Wilson's character, about crafting his own identity and still respecting Steve, still respecting the mantle itself, but just being himself. The people like myself, that Steve fans, believe in you, see Sam Wilson, and I thought Anthony Mackie killed it. I can't wait to see what Mackie brings to the character in the next films. I love Captain America so much, no matter who's the mantle, just making me believe in you. And I thought the film and Anthony Mackie did that, in my opinion. Now my score, I will give this film a 4 out of 5. I'm not as harsh. Look, maybe Anthony Mackie being here is tainting or affecting my biased a little bit. Could you really blame me? Let's be honest. Yes, this film has flaws. Yes, there's dialogue issues. Yes, there's CGI issues. The pacing, in my opinion, was good. I don't think it dragged on, got boring. The action sequences were top tier. The choreography, hand to hand, wasn't the best. It wasn't Winter Soldier shit or Civil War stuff, but it was decent. The aerial stuff with Falcon and Sam's Captain America and the wings, fucking amazing. So I think for me, it really worked. It's not a top 10 or 15 maybe MCU movie. It's right up the middle there. It's better than Ant-Man 3 in my opinion, better than the Marvels, Thor Love and Thunder. In my opinion, it's better than Doctor Strange 2, and I put it on par with Wakanda Forever. I think that's the range I'll give it. It's Wakanda Forever. For me, this film worked. If you have your opinions and your comments, concerns about this film, please feel free to talk about them down below. I'm satisfied. I'm happy with my experience, and I can't wait for the future of the MCU with Sam as Captain America. I can't wait. I genuinely can't wait. I love Cap. I don't love this film. I really like it a lot. I'm excited for what the MCU have to bring in the future with Captain America himself, and I'm ready. This is my review for Captain America 4 Brave New World. Thanks for watching.